So I've been wanting to make a video about this subject for a while now. But recently I got into a debate with somebody over Skype, and I am allowed to actually show these logs. This person does not care, so that's why they're on screen. But I got into a debate with somebody about whether it's facts over feelings, and I'm going to explain this because, like I said, this has been on my mind for a bit now. You see, there are some people, specifically on the woke left side of the political aisle, that think that it should be feelings over facts. That facts are dictated by how somebody feels about them. And that if you offend somebody by saying a particular thing, it's now your responsibility. Wokeness is the whole idea that everyone else is responsible for your, shortcomings, and everyone has to conform and basically baby you, and that's how the world should work. And I don't think anything encapsulates this type of thinking so well as this debate that you can see on the screen here. So I was debating this guy named Josh, who is, I would describe as one of these woke leftist people who think that feelings take priority over everything. He kind of tries to equate hurting somebody's feelings as some type of grave offense. And as you can see here, we were talking about a particular situation that happened in the group chat, and he basically called me all types of stuff, implied I was selfish, etc. Basically just for thinking logically, and that's my point with all of this, is that facts take precedent over feelings, and we should shape our feelings based on what the truth is. See, in this situation, there was a girl that I asked if, why is her personal life everybody's problem, and she refused to answer it. And if you can see here, I am being made to look like a bad guy for not apologizing when I didn't even do anything wrong. I asked a couple of questions. Look, this is my closing statement for this debate. His whole point is that I should be apologizing and I should be more respectful, even though my questions were the most neutrally worded at best. Look at this. This is my response. Okay, I see your right. This is my respect. That's why I say this. I would apologize if I actually did something wrong, which I did not. It's not that I don't think I did something wrong. It's that I didn't do anything wrong, period. There are people who sided with me in that chat now because they understand the simple point. I shouldn't have to apologize for overreacting. And well, yes, I do completely understand that you should. Now I'm going to pause it right here. I should not have to apologize for what you are thinking, how you react to things. That's not my problem. And this is basically the whole woke leftist mindset, is that you're responsible for everyone else's little problems, that you are systemically doing something wrong to them, that they are the victim, and that you need to apologize, and that you need to police your language to conform with everybody else's, and that you need to make everybody feel included, so you can't call out nonsense for what it is. That is the whole leftist mindset, as you can see. He definitely is displaying that right here. And these guys, all they can do is argue for emotion, which is what he does. If you see this debate on screen, this is the only point that I actually agree with him on. And I'll gladly debate him on this actual channel, on live even, about this topic, about this facts over feelings topic. Because the fact is, yes, the way you state your point actually kind of is relevant. You don't want to be all disrespectful about it. You don't want to be all insulting about it. But at the same time, I'll just let myself continue with this. Look. Right. So the point here was, she might have interpreted it wrong. And so you have to apologize for what she reacts with. And that's ridiculous. It's nobody did anything wrong here. You need to be able to recognize and take responsibility when you are being too sensitive and when you're being ridiculous. And again, that's what the whole woke leftist mindset is that you don't have to do that you are responsible for everybody else, that you need to be on high alert because you might offend someone with what you say. And the fact is, you're never going to be able to make everyone happy. Never. That's just not going to happen. So you might as well just say what you believe and what you think. And this is what this channel is. Because my greater point with this is that all of these leftist arguments rely off of emotion. Without emotion, they cannot get anywhere. The whole reason that anybody is pro-choice, for example, is because it's an emotional thing. They don't care about the facts and the logic behind it. They don't care about the truth behind it. They just think that there's such a thing as your truth, which is not a thing. There's the truth, there's the objective truth, the facts, and how you react to said facts. The only your truth about it is that you react a certain way, and that's true that you reacted a certain way. But either way, there are facts. There are objective truths. And you should not have to cater to people who get offended at every little thing, who snap at questions, who cannot answer these questions logically. And this is what the left does. They kind of just don't answer the questions. They don't actually logically debate. They just keep being like, well, you're in the wrong, you hurt someone's feelings, and you need to apologize for it. And it's ridiculous because, like I said, the pro-choice delusion is perpetuated by only emotion, and that's it. It's like, how dare you try to tell me what to do? It's like, no, we're not trying to tell you what to do. We're trying to tell you that it's not okay to murder a baby. Or the transgender thing. It's like, no, we're not trying to tell you that you're some horrible person. We're trying to tell you that you need help because gender is not changeable. It's like all of these liberal positions are very, very reliant off of emotion and not actual logic.
The irrational way to emotional actually think it's a good thing left to chat for herself. That's my whole point. You should be able to distance yourself from what you don't like. Everyone doesn't have to conform to you, and God knows that everyone won't. And it's their right. We don't have to demonize and label people living logically so they don't care about someone's feelings in a particular situation as you or selfish or bad people. Sometimes people over...
Right. That's the other thing. We do not get to... Like, I know this is about one debate that I had, but it's actually very, very good example to show how leftists argue. They think that if you think a certain way, you get to be labeled all of these different names. For example, you don't think that gender is changeable? You're transphobic. You are not comfortable with gay people? Homophobic. Like, it's all these ridiculous labels that actually have no basis in reality. That actually, most of the people who they apply it to, they're applying phobia wrong. Phobia is when you're scared of something, like I've said countless times. And I don't think anybody is scared of these guys, respectfully, okay? But this is how these guys argue. They just try to put a bunch of labels on you to discredit you. If they don't like you and you offend their sensibilities, which for the most part are way off. Like, earlier in this debate, he tried to call somebody toxic and then got the definition of toxic completely wrong. And this is what these guys do. This is what the woke left does. Basically, this is just an example of how these people argue. And I'm absolutely correct on this point. We do not get to demonize people for thinking differently, being able to challenge BS, and not caring about a particular person's view on it if it doesn't align with the truth and if it's irrational. You don't get to say they're evil and selfish.
Label people living logically so they don't care about someone's feelings in a particular situation as you or selfish or bad people. Sometimes people overreact and sometimes there are problems and sometimes their reactions aren't justified.
Right.
You take these things on a case-by-case basis, and in this case there's nothing to apologize for. There's nothing wrong that happened. She even partially recognized that that's why she went to go get herself to murder herself. Menu button sub menu.
Right.
Herself.
That's basically a perfect example of how these people argue. How you can shut this down easily. Because notice that after this response, there was nothing left. There was a different conversation that had nothing to do with this point that happened later on in the day. But after this, he read it and he didn't say anything because he understands that this is logic and you can't argue with logic. You can't. His whole point was that you have to be respectful, and you know what? I kind of agree with that. You're not going to get your point across if you're being mean, but that's not what's going on in this case. And then these people get upset when you call this stuff out because he blocked me. This dude blocked me for saying that it was a waste of time to be friends with a certain person because of stuff that they do. It's ridiculous. Do you see how these guys argue? Do you see how these guys cannot handle a little bit of scrutiny on their points and just jump around the argument, dodge the argument, mislabel things, straw man, that's another thing they do, misrepresent the argument. It's ridiculous. This is how woke leftists argue. if you, I might scroll up. You might not be able to see this whole thing. There we go. See, look. If you can see it all on the screen, it's all on the screen now. But again, I made this video because I want to show you guys how these guys argue, how these woke liberals can only rely off emotion and nothing else. But at the end of the day, it is facts over feelings. I'm sorry, but the objective truth is more important than how you feel about the objective truth. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I just wanted to make this to show this and prove this point to you guys that facts are what matters. If you don't like the truth, then that kind of sucks. But we should not have to cater to you just because you don't like the truth. We should not have to accept delusions such as the transgender movement just because some people would like us to, and they don't like it if we tell the truth, and they don't like it if you call it a delusion. It's like, that's what it is. That's literally what it is. Same with this whole pro-choice argument. Same with a lot of these arguments that they're pushing. It's ridiculous. With that being said, everybody, if you want more videos like this, stay tuned because I'm going to be making more shorts, responding to short-form content, long-form content, all types of stuff is going to be coming out on this channel. So I will see you guys in the next video. And remember, facts over feelings the majority of the time. Actually, yeah, no, like 99% of the time. I cannot think of a single case where feelings are going to be more important than the actual truth of the situation. With that being said, everybody, I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe and stay tuned. Peace.